Okay, so just as an introduction here, this this is all due to the fact that I was introduced to a person who had access to a hoard of known Colt buttons from the factory. So we have a group. We're called the Manhattan Project team, and these are the four of us get together whenever we have a possible confirmation of a new Colt button, and then we go over what what the criteria. If we all agree, we will confirm it. So I'll no longer do I have to do this all on my own. Um, and this is really good. It helps with collaboration. It helps with getting information to out and into this whole idea of the Colt buttons. Those four people are myself, Judy Thornhill, Debbie Kelly, and Allison Smith. And I appreciate everything every single one of these gals does to help with this. Um, Allison is a deep diver. She loves to research. She's very good at it. She finds obscure things out there in the internet land, and it's invaluable. Judy is one of those people that sees fine detail, and so she'll pick up on something maybe the rest of us didn't. And Debbie, she's a great collaborator. She helps organize all this. She's knowledgeable. She's becoming very knowledgeable about Colt buttons. And of course, then there's me. So welcome everyone. So I'll just tell you a little bit about how this started. I'm going to read this to you so you don't have to squint to read this, but I purchased a button on eBay, and with it came this note and a small group of buttons. This is a note that she sent me. She said, "Hi, Judy. I've enjoyed your informational lecture regarding Colt buttons. Thank you for posting it on the NBS site. I'm a collector and part-time hobbyist seller of buttons on eBay. I live outside of Hartford, Connecticut, and come across Colts often. A few weeks ago, a man I know with a collectible shop sold me a large lot of what he described as Colt buttons. They were in the attic of a home being knocked down, not far from the old factory. He was cleaning out the house. He found slides, cups, and other Colt plastic items in the box. He sold me the buttons. After going through them, I found many confirmed Colts and also some unfinished and unconfirmed buttons. We concluded that the previous owner must have worked at the factory. Of course, we have no proof of that, but it just makes sense. Some of the buttons were confirmed unfinished throwaways. At any rate, I'm including some of the unconfirmed Colts in this package. Maybe someday they'll be included on the verified list, or maybe this information will help get them out." Okay, then I got another little package from her. And this one, she included this note. "I've enclosed more examples of buttons from the lot I purchased that were found in the attic of a house outside Hartford. It was probably 15 pounds of buttons. Many I discarded because they were unfinished, dirty, or damaged. I sold about 8 pounds to a regular customer of mine who loves Colts. I am not including the rouge bottoms that were in the lot. There were no rouge tops. There were 6 white rouge bottoms and 1 green. The green one is unfinished as it does not have a hole in the shank to run the thread through. Let me know if you have any questions. Best, LW." And I'm only going to refer to her by her initials because I haven't asked for her permission to share her personal information out in the world. So here's the how this happened. This is the step-by-step how this came about. So the clean out was scheduled in February of 2024, and the hoard was found in the attic. So when I said to clean out, this house was for sale, and they hired somebody to come in and clean out all the objects inside. The buttons were sold to LW and resold in part on eBay. One set was bought by SH and shared with me via Messenger. 2 small sets were sent to me by LW. The house sold in March of 2024 by George Elmgren, and I found it on Zillow. He was in his 90s at the time. His wife had passed, but he was still living. I suspect maybe he was moving to a care facility of some sort, because at 96, I don't know if he couldn't continued to live alone in this big, big house. So from that, I did find the obituary of Elmer Elmgren on February 23rd, 1968, which stated he worked at the Colt Firearms. He retired several years ago, per the article, and Colt's Plastic sold in 1956. So these dates all lined up perfectly. George Elmer Elmgren was the father of George, who was selling the house. A large part of the hoard was sold before I was even aware of it, but I bought everything that was left. So on the right hand side here, you see his obituary, and partway down it says he was a founder and vice president of the Elmgren Engineering Company of Hartford, and later he was employed by Colt Firearms. So there's our link, our absolute proof that these are associated to Colt. Here's a house. This is the house after it has been sold and rehabbed. So it was not torn down, but it was gutted, and it was all finished new on the inside. Has a new roof. You see the yard here. It's a beautiful yard. You can't see the house from the road. It has a long driveway with trees that line the whole road. All the houses on this road are set way back from the road, and so you have to know what you're looking for. So all the way over on the right is the Zillow listing, and on the bottom you see in March of 2024 it was sold for $150,000. That's after it was all the items were removed, the clean out was done, and it was just in its original state at that point. It was listed again in July of 2024 for $549,000. That's a big jump, right? So this is after they did the rehab. It's beautiful inside. It's got all brand new floors, all brand new cabinets, everything. It's just gorgeous. But they really improved the value of this property. So they dropped it $20,000 in August. They relisted it at $500,000 in August, and then they removed it. And in November of 2024, it sold for $505,000. And let me just say before I move off from this slide that the reason I I know the address is because LW, when I contacted her, she did a little legwork to help me find out where they came from. So the man who did the clean out doesn't want to talk to anybody about this. He just wants to sell his things, and he doesn't want anybody bothering him. So she did the legwork, and she drove around the area until she found two houses on this road that had dumpsters in front. She sent me both addresses, and then I started researching it. And the one was not it, but then this one turned up all the information that I just shared with you. So this is how collaboration helps and works among people when we're trying to research these things. I mean, we haven't confirmed any new cults in probably 15 to 20 years because we don't have any documentation. This is the kind of documentation it takes to do that. Okay, so this picture, these are the two sets that Laura sent me. Just free of, just, she didn't ask. She just included them with the one button I bought on eBay, which wasn't a Colt. So she got my name from watching my program, and then she just included these with that note, and we're off and running. Now, this group of buttons, these were the ones that were sold to SH. So she purchased buttons from LW from this hoard. And so these are her photographs. Please don't screen grab them. You're going to get everything you need. But these are her photographs of the ones that she got when she just purchased a group. She just said, send me to everything that you have. And so this is representative of what she got, and she shared those photographs with me. And these are some more of her photographs. And some more. So what I did then, I compared the buttons that she got with the buttons that I got. And so on this page, on this page are all the buttons that matched up. So while Laura didn't purposely send me confirmed Colts, I did get a few. So when you look at this picture, the ones with the pinkish background, those are the ones that I got. So I got 6. The ones with the bluish background are SH's photographs, and those are the photographs of the confirmed Colts that she got when she purchased from Laura. So now here are the ones that were already confirmed or newly confirmed based on what we found when we compared all of these buttons. So we had some of these already out there, but and they were kind of numbered and they kind of weren't numbered. So and also you notice some of these are not my photographs. So I appreciate Linda and Claire. I don't know if you know that I use them, but I appreciate it. If you don't want me to put them up here, tell me before I put this on YouTube. Anyway, so we've been back and forth about Manhattan. And so the Manhattan Project team, that's where we get our name, decided to go ahead and give it a number and make it so. Knox has also been a known button, confirmed, but didn't have a number. So Knox and Baylor are the same button. One is solid, one is blended, until we given it a number as well. 87 up the top, that's the one that earlier this year we confirmed via some articles in trade magazines. Thanks to Allison, we found those. 88, this is the one we most recently confirmed. I posted on my Quilt Friends, there is a thread about this, so you can go there and read how we decided that this was a confirmed Colt. So back to the 2 sets. These are all the unconfirmed buttons that both SH got and I got. Okay, so we know they came from the Hoard. We know where the Hoard came from. We've addressed that they did come from someone who worked at the Colt factory. Everything in there we are assuming is Colt. Some finished, some unfinished. Most of these are unfinished, but that's that's okay. It gives us enough to go on. So we confirmed these because SH got them in her package and I got them in my package, and they all came from the clean out, the Hoard that Laura bought from the man who did the clean out. So that gave us numbers 89 through 96. These were also in both sets. They were in SH's set and in my set. Now you'll notice number 97 and 98 aren't typical Colt. They're not Colt-like in their backs, but however, we do have another Colt that has a flat back that is confirmed. So we went ahead and confirmed these based on the fact that they were in the Hoard and they came from the factory. You can see that the orange one doesn't have the holes drilled out. Most of these, the holes are not drilled out. They look different, I believe. This is just my opinion, but they look different because I believe they're a different plastic. And I'll go into that history at some point. But early on, when Colt lost all their mixing vats for their Colt Rock, they went in search of a new molding powder. And they were experimenting with Plascon and Durez. So I believe that this red and orange one over here are the ones that are made out of Durez. And I think eventually they settled on Plascon as their one and only molding powder. And from that time on, we had the quality that we're used to seeing in Colt plastics. So this gave us 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102 is on the next page. Sorry, I didn't get that erased. Here's one, not the top one up here, 102. It was very difficult for me to see, but Lisa Miller found it in her hopefuls, and she lent me these pictures. These are very good pictures of 102. It also gave us 103 and 104. So we're up to 104 now confirmed Colt buttons by all of this collaboration about the Hoard. And here's what I got. Okay, so this is what's left. This is the rest of what, when I said I bought everything that was left, this is what was left. So all of these are picked up off the floor. Okay, not finished. That's okay. It gives us what they look like. So today we only have 5 confirmed belt buckles. After this, there's 145 belt buckles in here. They're all Colts. So the next task for me is to go through the belt buckles and give you another program on confirming the belt buckles that came from the Hoard. So I don't know what this man did at the factory. I don't know if he was part of quality control and he snagged them off the line, or if he was the janitor and swept them up off the floor. I don't know. But I'm so grateful that he brought them home and kept them there for about, what, 60 or 70 years now. They were stored in that attic. And so we are so thankful. Now I'm going to stop recording if I can.